Hey, it's Scot Tempesta from Sailing Anarchy. We're back with another one of our retro videos. This one's somewhat less retro and more metro. Before we get going into the video, just want to remind you guys that we've signed up with Patreon, and it's a way to get the community or ask the community to see if they can contribute. There's a link in the description down there, and if you guys can be a part of this, we would love it. In return, what we give back to you guys are extra features that you don't get just watching the video. We'll do some behind the scenes stuff. We'll do some live broadcasts. There's also, depending upon your level of support, there's also little goodies that Patreon will have and can ship to you as well. It's something we're trying to do so that we can keep these videos going and vibrant, and we certainly hope that the community, that would be you, can help out. Really do appreciate that. Without further ado, let's go check out the Hanse 455. All right, here we are in the aft cockpit section of the Hanse 455. Nice twin wheels. I mean, come on, that's really cool. Very nice B&G instrument here and here. It's really nice because this is the entryway, I suppose, to the swim ladder, swim step, sunbathing platform, which is down there. Nice little helmsman seats here, or helm person seats. What lurks under here is what's interesting. And you have yourself a shower and a place to wash dishes or whatever you might want to do, rinse off here in general. Okay, that's there, okay. Over here, now, one thing I sort of was amazed about is like, where is the stern barbecue, right? Everybody sort of bolts the damn thing there, you know, like this guy next door. No, not on this boat. The barbecue is in here. I mean, come on, that is pretty slick. And the owner of this boat, really great guy. They use it all the time. They anchor around here. They spend a lot of time and they barbecue back here. So pretty nice instead of having that clunky thing hanging out there. Oh, and there's a mirror where I can check myself out. I think I'll just leave that open. But yeah, there's a couple of features back here that are obviously right away very, very nice. Let's take a step forward and I'll show you another feature on this boat that you probably didn't see coming. So I've moved forward literally 3 feet in the cockpit and just show you this nice little table that's here. I mean, you've got the wings that fold up on either side. And what's in here? Refrigeration for your drinks. I mean, pretty nice, very handy, obviously. This is a little place where you can put a light in there so you can light up the cockpit when you're out here partying at night, assuming that you do. I think that's a safe assumption. One thing that I always look at for any boat, especially these larger boats, because you'll be amazed how small the cockpit can be on some of these 40 and 45 footers. So the first thing I want to know is, can I chill? And the answer is, yes, I can. So you need enough seating for people back here. One of the nice things about this boat is how low the cabin house is on this boat. So the profile is nice and slick, and also lots of room for people to sit up there as well. So big cockpit, kickback ability, it's pretty nice. I'd be remiss if I didn't show you how nicely they've run all the lines back on both port and starboard side. Spinnaker halyard, jib halyard, reef, main sheet outhaul. Nice underneath the cabin house, slick, clean, out of the way. Looking here, you've got all the hardware for the Dodger on this boat. San Diego, it's not really Dodger town, no pun intended. You'll notice there's no main sheet traveler. Probably the typical Hanse owner just wants to go day sailing and doesn't want to muss and fuss with any of that stuff. That's partly why everything runs aft. There's an electric winch package that you can get for this boat. This boat has, I think, 1 electric winch. Not exactly sure, but you can get all of them electric. Just because that's what everybody's doing these days. Let's go a little forward on this boat and take a look at the mid deck. It's really cool. So here in the mid deck of the boat, a couple really nice features. First of all, 4 really nice hatches that are nice and tinted, but they provide a lot of light inside the boat. Also got some really neat shades under there if you want to close that. Really nice feature. And I like all the area here. They added a little bit of teak to the boat, but it's lots of room here, right? People can lay here. You can sit around this area. It's all pretty darn nice. Again, if I didn't say this, the boat's over 14 feet wide. I think it's 14.3. So it's a wide boat, and it looks like a wide boat. And what helps accentuate the width on the boat, at least the visual of the width, is how low the cabin house is. I mean, I love that when cabin houses look like they're nicely integrated and they're not obnoxious, right? So this does give more seating and a really nice sort of platform for people to hang out up here. While we're here, let's talk about my favorite fetish. Well, not my favorite, maybe my favorite boat fetish, and that is the windows, of course, right? I like how they've done these. When you have a low cabin house, you can do nice low windows as well. They're perfect, they fill up this area. You notice the theme on this boat, and I love the consistency and the continuity with all of the hatches, the windows, these 4 hatches, those 2, and those 2 right there, all dark tinted plexiglass. I love it. One thing you'll notice is it's got a real like modern attachment where it's got some space under here. Do you know why? Because these suckers open up. Both of them actually open up. So between all of these hatches, and there's what, 2, 6, 8, what's that, am I up to 10 now? 12? I mean, you got a lot of hatches that let in light and they all open up as well. That's a really cool feature, and I like it. Let's go forward from here, shall we? On the bow of the Hanse 455, nice anchor right up here. Of course, this is a cruising boat. Let's not forget that. I mean, the thing goes right along. I've sailed on it a couple times, actually, and it's just fine. A little underpowered for San Diego, and I'll talk about how they've addressed that to a degree. You have a nice locker here, which is great. Now, you don't need an anchor locker per se because it's permanently mounted there off the little stem, but you've got a sail locker here. That's what they use it for, because he actually does race the boat a little bit. He's got a couple spinnakers there. Also, the anchor chain is down there, and there's a nice little ladder to get down there. So, they thought a lot about storage on the boat and making the boat super clean, which they did. This boat, of course, has a roller furler, and on this boat, they come stock with a self-tacking jib. And there's a traveler that goes athwartships there. The problem is it's a very small jib. So what this owner did is he built a bigger one that actually has a little bit of overlap to it and gives it more sail area and makes the boat go better in light air, obviously. When I went out on the boat, it had the self-tacking jib. It's easy to be a fan of a self-tacking jib. If you're a lazy sod like I am, it's just, you don't really have to do too much. Just let the thing tack itself. I kind of like that. But in the spirit of performance, put on a little bigger jib, get the boat going just a little bit better. So the money shot is about to happen here, and that is down below. That's where this baby really shines. Let's go take a look. All right, we're down below the Hanse 455, and here's the Galley, and it is kind of what you would expect on a boat like this, with a couple of twists, dare I say. Obviously, you've got the sink here. This is the reefer right here. It's pretty good size. It's very, very deep. There's another door here that looks like a trash compactor, I thought, but then when I go to open it, it's a continuation of the whole refrigeration system there. But just in case that wasn't enough refrigeration with what's in the cockpit and what's here, you can open this drawer, you can pull this out, and you have yourself another refrigerator. Now this would be more of like a cool drawer, I guess. Regardless, there's a lot of refrigeration on this boat. So your drinks are always going to be cold on your Hanse. Stove oven right here, a microwave here, plenty of storage. I've always loved this style of cabinets where you just push the button. Oh, that's right. It's got a espresso cappuccino machine in the boat that comes with the boat, if you can believe it. Like, okay, pretty nice. But I do love the fit and finish on here. I love this color wood. I like how they've integrated, little design cues here. Love the brushed aluminum. Love the underside lighting on the boat. If we turn around here, it's the bar. I mean, it's small, but you've got the cockpit where you're really going to be doing most of your hanging out, right? But, here it is. More storage again. Oh, he's got top shelf liquor. I think he might be minus one bottle when we're done here. Right behind me is one of the aft cabins. It's a double. There's both starboard and port on this boat. It's nice. So you can put kids back there. Obviously, a couple of adults can stay here. The idea with this boat is you've got multi-cabins here so that you can have guests and they have lots of things that they would normally need on any boat. In this case, on this boat, they've got a head and a shower built in right over here. And if you come with me, I'll show you. This is really well executed. Got a shower here. You can also sit down. You've got your head here. Nice modern sink. I love the color of the countertops, and the integration of all of the elements for design are really nice on this boat. The headliner is really nice and smooth. Everything is really well done in the boat, and this is really nice for your guests that are in, or your kids that are in either of the aft staterooms. We'll go up to the main salon and take a look up there. All right, we're here in the main salon on the Hanse 455. Wow, right? I mean, it is spacious. It's what you get when you have a boat over 14 feet wide and a boat that's relatively high freeboard. You get a lot of volume, and it's all so nicely done here. Got a nav station right here that you're probably not going to use all that much because you've got both of the wheels having their own instruments up there. It's nice that it's got a little seat there, which is great. And if you open this, you do indeed have things like your VHF, a B&G repeater, your electrical panel. So it's all right here, but probably this is the least used part of the boat, I would think. Really nice settees. This is gorgeous. I mean, this is about as big as you'd ever want one of these things. Nice little place to sit here. It's semi-attached, I think. Also, if you want more guests in your boat, I think we've had enough with the guests, right? You can lower the table, and then there's a cushion that goes in here. I mean, it's nice. We talked about the lighting again. This boat has hull windows. We've got them covered up with the shades, which come with the boat. So it's really nice. If you want privacy, just put those things down. It's great. He added a flat screen here. I think every boat like this probably has one these days, right? His kids watch movies, and it's just a great place to entertain. I mean, seriously, take a look at this. What's not to like about this boat? I talked a little bit about the fit and finish on the boat and sort of some continuity from the design cues. Again, they kept this line all the way through here. They do it all through the boat. A beautiful job integrating the colors. And for a production boat, this thing is finished nice. I mean, it really is. Ooh, nice and padded there. I mean, it's got some reasons to be down here, right? In fact, I think I'd just rather be here than go on deck. Seems safer. Let's go forward. I'm going to show you something that you probably didn't see coming. Okay, here we are in the bow, which is really the owner's stateroom on this boat, and it's really well done. I noticed the giant wood support here. This would normally be where the mast goes, but this boat has a deck step mast. I'm not really exactly sure why. Maybe if I was more knowledgeable, I could explain why. I can't think of a good reason why there is, but they did it, and when they did it, they thought a lot about how to do it. So this main bulkhead that you see here, it is carbon fiber. It is designed to be an integral part of the structure on this boat. And so you can see that it's massive, and it is really solid, and it has to be because the mast is just stepped right above here. So all of these elements, and by the way, this is a very conventional way to have the support for a deck step mast, and it's really substantial. This carbon bulkhead, main bulkhead, is integrated into the entire structure of the boat, and it provides not only the support for the mast, but then also the support for the chain plates and for the general stiffness of the boat here, given that it has so much load on it right at the top. So in the owner's stateroom, you've got to have all the accoutrements, right? You need all the features that an owner of a boat like this would expect. So we've got two doors here, and it's not a hanging locker. The hanging lockers are here on starboard and port side. No, what you have is you have a head right here, of course, just what you would think, like the aft one, sink, all the stuff that you have there, right? But under the theory that you can never have too many showers on a boat, you have a full shower here. It's just a standalone shower. Okay, I don't know how many showers you're taking on your Hanse 455, but Hanse thinks you're going to be taking a lot of them. So it is a nice way, I guess, to split this thing, because otherwise, if you had the head and the shower, it would just take up too much room. So they decided to do it this way. It's really nice. Look at how they did the job of integrating the materials and the colors. Like I said earlier, it carries from the aft part of the boat all the way forward here. It's a really lovely place to be. So I don't know if the owner wanted me to lay on his bed, but again, really nice. How everything is brought in here. You've got reading lights here. I love how they brought the ambient light up there as well. If these weren't closed, you could open up the shades and you get a ton of light down here. You could also open them for ventilation, and it is a pretty luxurious place to be. They'll never let me up here, like, for real, but for the sake of this video, I'm the king of the castle. And that concludes the tour of our Hanse 455. They sold over 200 of these boats. I mean, that is pretty impressive. It's a lot of bang for the buck. It's relatively inexpensive. You know, I'm sure you're looking 300,000 and up for a new boat. I'm absolutely sure about that. Okay, let me explain this. The Browns won a playoff game. They beat the Steelers. They're going to play the Chiefs. This Sunday, the dream probably ends in Kansas City, but for 1 week, I'm gonna rock the colors. I see you, Cleveland. I'd like to remind you before we leave, don't forget about the Patreon thing that we have going on. It's a great way for you to help support us. We're creating a little community here with these videos, and it's really so great to have you guys along. If you like this video, and you do, click the like button. The more of those we get, the better we all are. There's also a way to subscribe there as well. Hit that, do that. For Nobleman Productions and for Sailing Anarchy, we out.